So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video today. That's right, we are back. We are looking at a new partnership for the UFL. We're also going to be looking at transfers in the real world life of the football. And then we're going to talk and look at Cristiano Ronaldo's comments, which I think is all too true. So that's going to be coming up in today's video. If you like the look of this video with the transfers, let me know, because it might be something that I do every now and then just to keep you guys in the loop. Anyway, without further ado, here's the first piece of news. Let's dive into it. So good news for you Celtic fans, so you Scottish fans out there, because Celtic have formed an official partnership with the up-and-coming football sim, which is none other than, of course, UFL. Right, so Strikers Inc. are continuing to build up the game's reputation ahead of its launch, which is gathering up huge amounts of intrigue right across the gaming community, which is set to go head-to-head with EA Sports and FIFA 22. I still don't get that whole, we're going to go head-to-head. No, do not go head-to-head with FIFA or EA. It's pointless. They're too big. They have that market. If you're going to go for something a little bit different, then mix it up. But most people that want pick up and play with all the licenses, all the content online, you go and play FIFA 22. So hopefully UFL can find a bit of a balance. So Celtic joined the team. They have now become the 7th club to make the move, right? So we've got West Ham as one. Where's my hand? Right here. Ready? West Ham, Sporting Lisbon, although put Liston. Shakhtar Donetsk, Mönchengladbach, Monaco, Besiktas, and then Celtic. So there you go. That's 7 of them. Beautiful. So we can count. And as we scroll down, this was just the little press release that they put out stating the official facts. But it's good to see, isn't it, folks? The reason I like this is because obviously goals is a different story. That's going to be more arcadey. I don't know how many people are really going to worry about goals. But UFL, they're picking up these, it's not exactly like, whopping whoppies of a sponsorship deal, right? They're not getting the Barcelonas or the Real Madrids, the PSGs, the Man U's, the Cities, the Liverpools, whatever. But there is a nice, consistent amount of good teams that they're going for. And quite a variety. West Ham, EPL, you've got Lisbon in Portugal, Shakhtar Donetsk. Are down there somewhere near the Russian area. They're not Russian, but you know what I mean. Mönchengladbach, German. You've got Monaco, French. Besiktas, Turkish. They're going for a range, which is what I like to see. And if you know where Shakhtar Donetsk is, let me know. Come on, I should know this. It's embarrassing. Hang on a minute. Greece. Come on now. Ukraine. That's more like it. There you go. So there we go. There's the factual information. Shakhtar Donetsk is in the Ukraine. Maybe I should have known that. But anyway, you get my point. They're going for these partnerships that are all over the globe. And generally, would a team want to be involved in a football game if it's not going to be half decent? You probably wouldn't. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see now as well. With Celtic technically still being partnered with Konami, how does that work? I know multiple partnerships exist. And what kind of perks are they going to be getting here? Is it going to include the stadium, of course, itself, the player faces, the scans, the official kits and all that are going to be there, we know. But whether the stadium will come in as well, we'll wait and see. But anyway, there's the official news. UFL have snapped up Celtic. Let me know what you think of that below. All right, folks, so the next piece of information that we're going to touch upon today is Cristiano Ronaldo suggesting that younger Manchester United players dislike criticism. And I can 100% tell you that this is all factual information, because we know in this day and age, like I'm 33, folks, okay? I've lived through, well, I was born in the late 80s, didn't really get to see much of that, but I was there in the 90s as much as I was a kid. And then obviously the 2000s. And anyone who is around my age knows now that these little kids coming through social media, everyone is a snowflake. And you can't say anything to anyone without everyone taking it personally. And it annoys me. That's why, like, YouTube, when people leave me a negative comment or whatever, I don't really care. Like, words are words. Like, if you're going to take everything personally in this world, in this day and age, you are not going to survive. But it's also how we've gone backwards in the world, getting rid of TV shows because everyone's a snowflake, and things that happened in the 70s you can't show nowadays. Why? The past is the past. Anyway, I could go on all day about that nuisance, but let's talk about what Ronaldo was actually saying here as we'll zoom in. The mature players, the older players can always help the younger players, Ronaldo told the Premier League Productions, but I can give you an example. If I give you advice, even if you are younger than me, and if you don't implant that in a daily life, it will be difficult. Yes, it will. And let's be honest, who's not taking advice from a player that's won the world's best player multiple times, has broken every record in football that you could possibly think of? I mean, the guy's done it all. Baffling if you don't take his advice. So as we scroll down here, it says you can speak all day with that person. Now, remember, Ronaldo is not like fluent in English, right? So some of this is, you've got to kind of reword it. If he's not coming from inside of you, it's not, it's impossible. I remember when I was 18, 19, 20, some old players speak with me, and I put that as, Cristiano, you know you have to improve. They know more than you. They are more experienced than you. They pass through many bad moments. But the other players, the youngsters, they don't accept that if you criticize them. I don't say this in relation to our players, but in general. I have kids. I know. He has a lot of them. Sometimes when you're a little bit harder, they do the opposite. You have to find the right balance to speak with them. And that's what I mean. You can't say boo to a goose nowadays. But in my opinion, the main point is that it should come from inside of you. You should be proud of yourself. Look in the mirror and say, listen, I gave everything. And think all of us should do the same. Or I'll make that up. Because it's a new year, we change the page. We have many things to win. We have to believe on that. If not, it will be a nightmare, which it has been. It's been a nightmare. So moving on, the individual is the most important thing. We are here to help when they need my help, my support, my advice. I will be the number one to help. But if you don't want my help, then do your job. Look for yourself and do your best to help the team. We have the right mentality. I look to myself and I say, Cristiano, what can you do to better improve your level to help the team? Yes, I can improve other things. Maybe not to sprint for 90 minutes if something happens. Maybe to sprint for 90 minutes if something happens, to help your teammate if they are suffering or tired. The small details during the game, to be smart, to be intelligent. All the games are different. All the players are different. The systems, the stadiums. So you have to be capable and ready when you suffer, when you struggle in a game, to be compact, to want for your teammates and be a team. For me, this is why they call this team Manchester United. So we have to be united in the difficult moments. And yeah, you've got to agree with Ronaldo 100%. He knows it. He's been there. He is a worker. I mean, a lot of people can say, well, Man United didn't need Ronaldo this season and blah-de-blah. Yeah, probably needed a younger version of himself, and we'll get there at times, but the facts are Ronaldo has still saved us in many, many games, scored us winning goals in the Champions League, just like De Gea has saved us at the other side of the field. This guy knows how to win games. This guy knows how to win trophies, and the facts are, folks, as I said, everyone is a snowflake these days. They should be getting down, working hard in training. I mean, if I was training with Cristiano Ronaldo every single day, I want to be best mates with the guy. Who wouldn't want to be invited around Ronaldo's gaff? You know what I mean? It's a Sunday. You're like, Mum, it's all right. I'm heading around Cristiano's for a little bit. I'll see you later on. We're going to go and head out in his Bugatti and do whatever. Yeah, it'd be great fun. And then you'd sit there and you'd take it. I would just go and train Ronaldo every single day. Go and run with him. Just learn from him. Involve with him. And you will be the best player ever. Well, maybe not. But still, Ronaldo's different class. There's his opinions. You guys let me know. But that's the way the world is now, folks. Everyone's a snowflake. And you can't say anything to him. And it probably sums up a lot of United players. Not just the younger ones. Just as a whole. The whole team. Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Well, there's the door. Go and find it. Right, now let's go and move on to the transfers. All right, folks, so we're going to plow through some of the transfers or some of the news and gossip that's lurking about, and we're going to go through these. As I said, if you like the look of this, let me know, and I can do this, every now and then to keep up to date with what's going on with the transfers, because they are officially open and there has been some news already. So the first thing is Lingard has been approached. So Tottenham have reportedly approached Jesse Lingard's representatives over a possible transfer. The midfielder looks set to leave Man United with less than 6 months remaining on his current contract. And Antonio Conte is a keen admirer. It's a disappointment with Lingard because when he went to West Ham, we saw a different side of him. And once again, this all goes back to like training and the way Manchester United are. I guarantee you, when Lingard went to West Ham, he saw a different side of himself, probably. A side where he was enjoying going to training. Because West Ham were having some fun there, but they were getting things done. It was a hard-fought training session. And Man United right now, over the last few years, have probably had a Mickey Mouse of a training session. And you've kind of seen that with Lingard because he's gone backwards again. It all distills from training, but then he hasn't also been playing. It's a tough one, isn't it? Moving on, Newcastle submit fresh Carlos bid. So Newcastle have lodged a new bid for Sevilla defender Diego Carlos, reports The Telegraph. The Toon have already seen at least one offer knocked back by the Spanish club, but they have now tabled a bid of 28 million in a fresh attempt to land his signature. There you go. And as we know, they've already picked up Kieran Trippier and Chris Wood, which we're going to go to. So there's the first piece of news for Newcastle. Moving on, Man United are eyeing up Bissouma. That's right, Manchester United are interested in signing Brighton's Yves Bissouma. Is that how you say his first name? Maybe. But would prefer to wait until summer to do a deal. All right, I mean, look, any players right now that are going to work their socks off, work for the shirt, play ball, know what they're doing, get them in. And get rid of the players that don't know what they're doing. Let's be honest, a lot of Man United players shouldn't even be wearing the shirt. Moving on, Arsenal are holding talks with Tielemans. That's right, the 24-year-old has entered the final 18 months of his contract at the King Power and he is not to believe to be interested in signing an extension. The likes of Man United and Liverpool were linked with Tielemans earlier this season, but Arsenal have seized the initiative. What do you guys make of that? Would you accept Tielemans in your Arsenal team? I wouldn't say no to him. I think he's pretty solid. We've got PSG considering a Paul Pogba move. Yes, please, get him out the club. Blimey. PSG are interested in signing Man United's midfielder Paul Pogba, according to French outlet L'Equipe. Is that how you say it? No. The 28-year-old is out of contract at the end of the season and is thought to be keen on a move to the French Giants. Of course, nice easy league for him. He'll have more than enough fun playing for Paris Saint-Germain. You know, the funny thing is he still has, I think, 7 assists this season? He's still in like the top 5 for the top assists. He hasn't played for how many months? He had a great start, and as the usual, Pogba shenanigans came and went. Spurs are maintaining Traore pursuit. That's right, Tottenham are hoping to sign Wolves winger Adama Traore, the oiled-up machine. It's believed the deal will be on loan with an obligation to buy the Spain international, 25 in the summer. I mean, I do think Traore probably has to go somewhere else. He still lacks a lot when it comes to his finishing. I mean, he is a powerhouse. You give him the ball down the flank, you tell him, go and harass people and scare them and make them wet themselves. And that's what he does for you. He just needs to kind of work on that finishing side. Leicester cancel Benkovic contract. There you go. Leicester have released centre-back Filip Benkovic after failing to make a single Premier League appearance for the club in 3.5 years. Blimey, that is a long, long time. So there you go. Moving on, Newcastle want Man United target. That's right, Newcastle are interested in signing the right-back from Leipzig midfielder Amadou Haddada, according to the Daily Mail. The 23-year-old has been strongly linked with Manchester United after previously working with interim manager Ralf Rangnick. Newcastle are reportedly willing to pay him $160k a week. Once again, more players linked with Man United. Everyone's linked with Man United. I am. Can you believe? Next up, Newcastle have signed Mr. Wood. That's right, the 30-year-old scored 49 goals in his 144 appearances for Turf Moor side and will wear the number 20 at St. James's Park. I believe they initiated his release clause. Yeah, 25 million. I think that was his release clause, folks. Can you believe that? So there you go. Chris Wood at the Newcastle. What do you guys make of that one? Villa have signed Digne. Right, Aston Villa have completed the signing of Everton left-back Lucas Digne for 25 mil. The French international, 28, has previously represented Lille, PSG, Roma and Barcelona. When Lucas became available, we jumped at the opportunity to bring him to the club, said Villa boss Stevie G. You know, that's what he does. Burnley look to reinvest Wood money. So Burnley are in talks with French side Lens over the signing of midfielder Seko Fofana, according to the Daily Mail. The Ivory Coast international, who's 26, has previously played for Fulham, Bastia and Udinese, and is valued around 14 million. Well, they've got 25 million for Wood, so 14 million would certainly be doable. Now, AC Milan folks are considering a Bailly move. AC Milan are weighing up a loan bid for Manchester United centre-back Eric Bailly. The 27-year-old has struggled with injuries, yes he has, and form since joining the Red Devils in the summer of 2016. Blimey, he's been there that long. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to a loan. I wouldn't want to sell Bailly because I still think there's hope, but it's his injuries that are a problem. You know, he is a solid centre-back when he's actually fit and he's played some matches and he's got some form. Fabianski is set to stay. That's right. Set to say. What is he saying? I think they've missed a T. But anyway, West Ham goalkeeper Lucas Fabianski is set to sign a one-year extension at the club, according to The Sun. So there we go. Moving on, Swansea are signing Christie. Swansea City have signed fullback Cyrus Christie on loan from Championship rivals Fulham. There you go. Nice to see. Juventus are interested in Loftus-Cheek. Juventus are considering a move for Chelsea midfielder Loftus-Cheek, according to Sky. It's not clear whether Juventus are interested in signing Loftus-Cheek on loan or permanently. Moving on, Blackpool have signed Dale. So there we go. We're going to speed this up a little bit or we'll be here all day. Borussia Dortmund and Derby County are battling it out for Amid Diallo's signature, according to The Sun. Man United are reportedly happy for the winger, 19, to leave the club on loan in January. Once again, good. Loan them out. Got no problem with them loaning them. Just don't be wasting them. We've got a new contract for Man City's star. That's right. Steph Houghton has signed a contract extension for all you lady footballers out there. We've got Ronaldo, who's holding Arsenal close to his heart. I don't know why Ronaldo even went to PSG, by the way. Wasted time. He should have just stayed at Liverpool and played. I don't even think he's playing at all at PSG. Right here, look. Has found himself in and out of the team. Yeah, you should have just stayed in the Premier League. Everyone goes, and then they all come back. It's like Eden Hazard. What happened to him? Left Chelsea. Never been the same player again. Roger's not worried by Tielemans' rumours, so Roger's not worried about it, folks. He's had a look at it, he's read the mirror, and he said no. Moving on, Arsenal, Arthur deal could prompt Chelsea transfer. That's right, Juventus will let Arthur Melo join Arsenal if they sign a replacement in January. Mirror Football understands. The Gunners are keen to sign the Brazil international on loan for the rest of the season after Mikel Arteta confirmed they were looking to bring in a midfielder. Yep, there's news happening everywhere. Arteta's Arsenal vision aiding transfer bid. I think that's kind of what we spoke about before. Donny, Mr. Donny. That's right. He's been offered to Newcastle and Dortmund. Donny van der Beek could finally find a route out of Manchester United this month. Reports that both Newcastle and Dortmund have been spoken to about taking the midfielder on loan. Once again, it's all loans. Like, for me personally, I mean, I don't know why we bought, why on earth we got Van der Beek. I don't know what the game plan was for him. Obviously, Solskjaer bought him, never played him. Ranjak really hasn't played him at all as well. Something's going on. Maybe he just doesn't do it in training, but he was, fantastic at Ajax. I feel bad for him. If I was him, I would say, yeah, I want to go and I want to play football. You're butchering up my career. I need the ball at my feet and I need to play consistent match minutes to get better. That's how it works. Newcastle have made a bid for Diego Carlos. Didn't we already talk about that one? Or maybe that was before. And then Wood speaks out on mad transfer fee. That's right. Chris Wood admits he didn't think anyone would match his 25 million buyout clause as he became the most expensive over 30 in Premier League history. Really? Well, there you go. Well, sometimes you get the luck of the draw and you do what you do. Gladbach chief gives Man United Zakaria boost. Actually, I think there was more talk about that, so we'll get that in a second. Marseille confirmed Bakambu's signing. Marseille have completed a move for DR Congo striker Cedric Bakambu, bringing the goal scorer back to Europe from the Chinese Super League. Once again, they go off to these other leagues. They realize, I've got enough money now. we might as well head back to the roots. And Ndombele set for Italy move. Tottenham are ready to offload midfield misfit Tanguy Ndombele to Italy. Wow, there you go. Let's have a look. It said it leaves the club with a major problem because the 65 million record signing is on 200,000 a week and it will be difficult to ship him out. Yep, that's right. It's an expensive league. Rodgers admits Coutinho's surprise. Yes, that's right. Brendan Rodgers nearly wet himself as he was surprised by Philippe Coutinho's failure. What's happened there? To succeed at Barcelona. Dude, it happens. As I say, it happens to a lot of the big players that you see. Hazard, prime example. And then we've got Everton. That's right, securing El Ghazi. Everton have completed the signing of Anwar El Ghazi on loan. It's only a loan. Calm down. From Aston Villa until the end of the season. Interesting move there. He says, I'm really excited. Of course he is. Everton is a big club. I cannot wait to get started. And I want to show my quality to my teammates, to the club, and of course, the fans. He wants to put a smile on their faces. Arsenal respond to Saliba interest. William Saliba has had to wait for his chance at Arsenal since joining from St Etienne in 2019, but the Gunners' response to the transfer interest suggests the centre-back will be back in their plans sooner rather than later. Man United front runners for Ruiz. Man United are leading the way, folks, in the chase for Napoli midfielder Fabian Ruiz, according to La Repubblica. The 25-year-old was part of the Spain squad at Euros and has played more than 100 Serie A matches for Napoli. So there we go. Man United linked with everyone. Juventus in for Aubameyang. Aubameyang's had a bit of a nightmare lately, folks. We all know that. And it looks like Juventus could be eyeing up a move. I don't think Arteta would say no. Honestly, I really don't. And that was it, folks. There was something going on. I think it was, Dennis Zakaria was the player that Man United were trying to snap up. So, yeah, the Swiss international is garnering interest from plenty of potential Premier League suitors. But I'm sure we've put a bid in for him. Not 100% sure on that one. But yeah, Dennis Zakaria will not be staying at Gladbach beyond this season. So, if United are to lure Zakaria to Manchester United, it is likely going to cost them a relatively modest fee of around 6 million. Absolutely peanuts. And there we go. So that's all the news, folks. Let me know your thoughts below if you'd like me to do this every now and then for a little bit of fun, just to give you guys the news of what's happening around the globe. But that is it in a nutshell. UFL snap up Celtic in a partnership deal. Ronaldo says that the youngsters are now a bunch of crybabies, which is 100% true. And then we've got all the transfers as well. Anyway, we'll be back shortly with more Master League. But until next time, subscribe for more and take care.